So today, right off the bat in the morning, got to get something fixed up for a local customer. It is a turbo pedestal. I'm not sure exactly what it's for. That's what I was talking about with argon. You hear it? It'll get louder. That right there is one of the cons, if you want to call it that. So anyways, back to this. So this is a turbo pedestal. We got to repair. This is not a product that I offer, nor did I build this. And we'll talk about a couple things. Yeah, so there's a crack here, as you can see. We'll have to get in there and grind that out and clean this all up. I'm not even sure what material this is, so we'll just end up using 309L filler wire, just because it's not all rusty, so I assume it is stainless. But just in case, use 309 because it welds dissimilar materials. Another area that's got a crack is you can't see it really on camera. Well, you might be able to. But like right here, there's a hairline fracture. On this side, you're not gonna be able to see that. But there is a crack that starts, yeah, you can see it right there. It starts about right here. And actually it doesn't start there. It starts probably near the center here and then is spreading out. The other thing too is it reaches all the way around this tube and is ending about like here. So this is where the bending tungsten tip comes into play. So the first step is going to be with this bracket, getting that cleaned up and then trying our best to get in here and get this stuff cleaned up. Not gonna be able to do it 100%, the cleanup portion of it, but we will be able to get a weld in there and get it all cleaned up. Now here's one thing, and this is what I preach this quite often, where you need to weld the inside of flanges, especially, pre-turbo stuff. And the reason that is just because, no, it's structural, right? So this isn't welded on the inside on either the turbine flange or the, up pipe flange, whatever you want to call it. And so what can happen is, since he didn't, or whoever built this didn't weld the inside of it using it, now what's happened is now there's a bunch of corrosion and condensation, carbon deposits, all kinds of great gunk trapped in there. I will not be able to get that cleaned out. However, I can get in here and I can clean up all this surface in here, get it nice and bright material in here, same on the inlet flange. And what I will do is, on this one, there's no cracks, so I will weld it, right? I'll just get her welded up on the inside, and that'll be done. This one, however, I will weld on the inside first, and I will weld up all the cracks on the inside that I see, and then I will come back on the outside, and we will get as good of a weld as we can, get this thing sealed back up. Another aspect too is, look how small these welds are. That's like an 1/8 inch wide worth of a weld. That's pretty small, and there's undercut. It's actually burrowing into the base material, which then creates a stress zone, which then provides a perfect means of creating a situation where, guess what? Cracks, because it creates tension. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. Let's do it. So we got that cleaned out almost all the way through. You can see where it went. You can see where I went through right there. Put a nice good weld in there and we'll be better than it was before. even when it was brand new. Next part, clean the inside of this stuff out. Try to get into this area here to get these cracks cleaned up. So we'll go ahead and get that done. Now, let's get everything set up here. That thick stuff, I'm bumping up to like 150, 160. Put our argon on. And that's just straight amps, no pulsing, nothing like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this one laid in first. Done. All right, so got this thing all welded on the inside on both flanges there. I did try to get around this entire thing just to give some more cap in there to keep the thing from wanting to crack in the future. That came out good. I did wrap around the backside of the bracket a little bit on each side. So yeah, that thing is all patched up and ready to go. So let's get back to work. So another day, we are working on some stuff. I got the good old mobile cart welder out, and we're gonna get this Ford 9-inch housing taken care of for Jake. If you don't remember Jake, Jake is the dude that owns the LSA supercharged Camaro that we had in the shop a while back, the Dean taking stuff for it. He ended up grenading his factory rear diff, or not factory rear diff. He ended up grenading a Ford 9-inch that he had in the car, and he ended up upgrading the housing, third member and axles, pretty much the entire deal. And he needed me to weld on some sway bar mounts onto these. So that's what we're doing. Got them all cleaned up. Got the housing areas cleaned up for welding. Got them just snugged up with clamps. Got it grounded up. Welders all set up. We're gonna go ahead and get these things welded on for him, so that he can come pick this thing up. And yeah, it'll be done and ready to go. We got those things hard tacked on. I'm gonna grab the sway bar really quick just to verify that it, lines up and everything. Yeah. Sweet. I have the machine set at like 160 or something like that, which is plenty of amps to burn this thing in. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse. We're gonna get this thing burned in really quick. All right. Got the brackets all welded on the rear end. Everything lines up. We're good to go. Probably have seen this thing sitting in the background, maybe on a few reels or whatever. It is an 87 square body. This is a customer's project, and we are going through and redoing everything front to back, in and out. Going to be a 6-liter 480E combo. Going to go through this rear diff, get it all cleaned up and everything, convert the discs on the drums on the rear to disc. Got to get the rear leaf springs off, get the bushings and stuff all pressed out of there, put new bushings in that, get the front suspension blown apart. You know the deal. It's a build.